Oh, come on, game. Game? Game? I've been... Hey, okay, it was being shy. It was just a little shy. A little Sunday shyness. Hey, everybody. Hey, chat, how y'all doing? I hope you've had a good weekend. My weekend's been pretty good. I haven't been very productive. I've done a lot of little stuff. I roasted some coffee. I bought some more green coffee beans. You ate too much yesterday. Something good? Something good and tasty? This oatmeal is still too hot. Let's see if the coffee's ready to go. This coffee is still too hot. Let's play the game. Oh, Brazilian steakhouse eating too much is a good kind of eating too much. IMO. Okay. What were we doing in this game? We've got a little book that'll tell us, I believe. That's not it. Oh, hey! Hold on. I saw you followed me beyond Booleans. I've got a thing for this.
Caution, developer in the chat.
I hope you could hear that, because I couldn't. Normally I can also hear it. But I couldn't that time. Beyond Boolean are both the developers and the publishers, which I mentioned because that's like old school indie. That's like what indie games used to mean. So shout out to y'all for both developing and doing the work of publishing. And if you enjoy this game, you should check out their work. You should recommend, if nothing else, you should buy this game and recommend this game to some other folks, because I'm enjoying it. It's just you, one guy. Well, welcome. And thank you for the game. Alright, I bought out the old lady of snacks. I got a history book. Let me try to sum up to the chat. Here we go. What is happening here. So we're in Venice, Veneto. We're here at roughly the time of Carnival, but Carnival isn't happening because of the fascist dictatorship of Benito Mussolini. And we've come here to interview people about how they feel about a land bridge being built over to Venice. But the Venetians are not so keen on it. So it's kind of a classic folk horror setup of the old and the new butting heads. We are staying at an Italian man's house named Arduino. We've met his son Roberto, and the lady Roberto has a crush on, Isabella. Just wanted to say that I'm hugely anti-fascist. Beyond Booleans, good. Thank you for saying that. Here's what I'll say. My only critique of the game so far, and it's extremely mild because I'm enjoying it a lot, is that there's a lot of Mussolini. There's a lot of talk of Mussolini's concepts, but I kind of take for granted that if you're publishing a game like this in 2025, you're not pro Mussolini. He's not even one of the fun fascists that people are obsessed about again. So we're here interviewing people about how they feel about the land bridge, and because Venetians are famously in this period and also today, the what now? There's no fun fascists. They're all miserable. But it is surprising to me that more people haven't taken up Mussolini. No, please. I can't name a fun fascist. They're all terrible. The only fun fascist is a dead fascist. So what we're doing right now, we've talked to the rich man in the palazzo. I can't say that I need to find a way to see Enzo and met Don Vincenzo again. Okay. Oh, our friend Enzo is here. He's an old friend of ours. We used to be a painter. Now we're a journalist. But he does not seem to be doing good. He has basically boarded himself up in his house, and we need to find a way to get into his house. That's our main thing right now. Wow, he fixed that window really quickly. And I have an idea of what the sequence of events will be, point and click style. which is that there are some boards over his doors that we need to pry off to rebuild a bridge. And we need something to pry that up. And I believe there's a hammer. Oh, okay, I remember what we need to do. There's a hammer at the Church of St. Sebastian. But the gentleman wouldn't let me take it until I proved I knew Venetian history. And they specifically asked why the Lion of St. Mark's has a book. And to my great amusement and shame, I definitely remember learning this when I was in Venice a year or two ago. But I certainly cannot remember it, and I don't think the game cares if I know. The game cares if my character knows. No, not that kind of marks, Jenny. Beyond Booleans, the dev says, with Dante, I wanted to explore how such things could actually be accepted by the masses in Italy at the time, which I find horrific, but which sadly seem to be increasingly plausible in our current times. And the game is actually an exploration on the importance of individual liberty and the need to reject authoritarianism. Interesting. All right. I did think it was interesting the way that you sort of balanced him being like, here's a very plausible and reasonable seeming concept behind it, because that's always how they get you, right? Is there's always some very reasonable idea that plays into a certain kind of fear or desire, and then he immediately backs it up with, and women should be quiet and in the home, and it was like, I gotcha. I thought that was really a really thoughtful balancing of those elements, where it's like, yeah, this reasonable seeming thing is always going to be followed up with controlling some group. Okay. Who do I know? I mean, maybe I can ask around. I bet I can ask around at the house. And one of these folks will know. Maybe I did get a book about Venetian history. There's references to the Lions of St. Mark's. Before finally finding a passage. The book at the lion's feet, representing the Gospel of Mark, may be open or closed. If you notice it open, it is said that the depiction was made when Venice was at peace. If it was shown closed, it was a time when they were at war. Fucking cool. Yes, Exali, of course they did. I saw that Beyond Booleans had followed me on Twitch, and I was like, I better make sure this button works. And I did. Alright, nope, that's not where I need to go. I need to go... we need to go to the church. That's it. Hey, I read a book. It's a reference to the New York Public Library. Also a reference to the Chicago Art Museum, maybe? In Norway? Ha-ha! Ooh, I do still get quests. Okay. The books represent the Gospel of St. Mark. Tell me more. The books are shown being open when in peace, closed when at war. Oh, you get to go to the art museum next weekend? I'm jelly. Last time I went to Chicago, I didn't go. I kind of regretted it. I'm gonna go the next time I go. Another legend is that it's a symbol of taxation outside of Venice when we were a republic. Huh. If the books are open, it was a city that owed taxes to Venice. If closed, that town didn't have to pay. It's really funny, but I prefer the first theory. It's more dynamic. Taxes are seldom excited. Agreed, signore. Hey, can I have your hammer now? Heck yeah. Good day, signore. No rush. In truth, I have 3 more. Take your time. I really appreciate the clear amount of research and insight into Venice that has gone into this game. Because everybody knows Venetians usually have 3 to 4 hammers on them at any given time. And that's a kind of detail that you can see coming through in this game. Yay! Looks sturdy enough. I hoped it would hold. Oh! Bork, bork, bork. Oh my god, am I gonna have to get like a steak or something? That would be really funny. There's a colossal Lineberger hound tied to the wall, guarding the doorway beyond. There's no candlelight in the next room. I hoped there was candlelight in the next room. I hope that's where Enzo was. I petted the dog. I don't want to risk patting the dog in case it bit my hand off. That's fine. Let's inspect the detritus. No? Okay. The thing would most likely fall apart in my hands if I touched it. Boarded up window. Probably take an age to tear the planks from the window, and I had no need to. There was no need to trudge through the water. I wasn't getting past until I could find a way to distract the dog. I knew it. Dogs like apples, right? Maybe the dog would like a stick? You want to chew on this little stick? Well, I'm not okay. Okay. I wasn't gonna attack the dog. Dogs don't eat apples. What about bread? Dogs don't eat bread. Oh, but they love olive oil. Oh, what? How about a little coffee? Oh, I think Italian dogs do drink coffee, actually. What if everything in this game could be bought off with Frittoli? Okay, that's okay. I know where to find a lot of meat. That sounded ominous. I just meant in the larder. The larder at Arduino's place. Alright, they have cold cut. Arduino has a cold cut. I'm gonna trade. Senior Weber once brought some delicious pickles from his homeland to one of your meals, and I would love to try them again. Could you go and see if he's generous enough to give me some? Yeah, okay. I love a food quest. Do not mind a food quest. Wow, hey, that's a lot of soup. Hey, how did you make that much soup on accident? I guess you just keep putting water in it. And then suddenly about 5 liters of soup. Tell me about your pickles. Arduino mentions that you once shared with him a certain type of pickle. I've shared many meals with him. Can you be more specific? He said it was from your homeland? Oh, Spreewaldgurken from Spreewald. Oh, as you could probably guess. Of course. I've shared many pickles, yeah. They're fantastic, James, really. I have no idea where the flavor comes from. It's something to do with the extra ingredients, such as basil, lemon balm, grape leaves, cherry leaves, or walnut leaves. But in what proportion, I have no idea. Wow. I would fuck around with a pickle made with basil, lemon balm, and some sort of savory leaf. That sounds fucking good as hell. I have some jars in the cupboard by the door. Take one. Thank you. Heck yeah! I picked up one of the jars of pickle. Hold on. I gotta see what the flavor text for the jar of pickle is. Jar of pickled gherkins floating in vinegar seasoned with dill and mustard seed. And a little something special. please. Place them on my breakfast table. You can take the cold cut. I will eat them later with some gorgonzola. God. Hold on, I want to see. Tea leaf salad? Oh yeah, Burmese tea leaf salad. Yes, I had that almost a year ago to the day. And I know because I liked it so much I wrote it in my journal. It was recently the Festival of Nations in St. Louis. Last year it was just it's a lot of like food trucks and like performances and stuff like that, and I didn't go this year. Of course I gave him the pickles. He wanted the pickles. The man wanted the pickles. I gave him the pickles. Anyway, I walked around and I saw a lot of food that I had had before, but I saw the Burmese food truck had Burmese tea leaf salad, and I was like, I've never even heard of this. No, it's fine. Bad end game now. Yeah, so I tried the Burmese tea leaf salad then. It was really good. It's like $15 here. Yeah, after eating it, I came home and I was like, I don't know if St. Louis has any Burmese restaurants. I think I looked around and I couldn't find anything definitive. And so I did look up how to make it. And it's one of those things where it's like you do have to ferment tea. So depending on your level of fermentation confidence, it feels pretty straightforward, but it's kind of a big ask. Better put the meat in the dish. That makes sense. Oh, now I pet? Now I pet? Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. Pickle soft lock. Pickle ending's the canon ending. You heard it here. You heard it here, chat. We've got straight from the developer's mouth. Stop right there. I'll kill you. The man that stood before me was a shadow of the man I had known. His clothes were ripped and filthy, his eyes were wide and bloodshot due to lack of sleep, and his greasy hair was slicked to his brow with sweat. Enzo, what happened? Don't you recognize me? It's James. I spoke to him in English, as I had in the old days back in Florence, hoping that it would cement my identity in his mind. No, James, no more, no longer. Tricking me. Lies on lies. Mother Mary, save me! Despicaram deum pactis uncontrolum sanctum. This is Latin, I'm not gonna do it all, but you get the vibe. The shit's bad. Enzo, my poor friend. The eyes of the devil are green. Green! James is lost. No, it's really me. Your mother's name is Chiara. You took me for a meal at her house in the summer of 29. I saw the house you grew up in, the olive tree in your garden. James, it's me. James, you have no idea the things I've seen. Oh boy. Oh, we need to get some gherkins in this man. Whew. How did you end up like this? A story with a beginning and no end. No end yet. No end. My friend has obviously been under a huge amount of stress, his mind buckling under the pressure. What do you mean? Please, calm yourself. When a motherfucker has no picture gherkins. James, what a fool I've been. No one helps a fool. No one. It reminds me of my grandfather when he'd begun to slip into dementia. I needed to help him orient himself. The beginning, please, Enzo. Tell me what happened when you left Florence. Start with that. Florence, yes. I wanted to learn, and I did. I did learn. I learned too much, James. Too much. He ground his teeth together, eyes screwing up tight, as if the memory were causing him physical pain. First I was a stranger, then they trusted me. That's when I was cursed. Oh God, oh Jesus Christ. I don't understand. What do you mean? No. What are you so scared of? Them, the children. Don't you see them? They surround me. Children? You fear children? I get it. They're sticky. No. I mean, yes, the children of Venice. They are waiting for me to leave before they attack, before they kill me. They won't let me leave with their secrets. Do you mean the men outside? they're just workmen playing cards. No, they fooled you. They fool everyone. Secrets long held, long hidden. They tried to get in, but I guard myself. I have weapons, symbols, and secrets of my own. Ha ha! I looked at the circle of salt that surrounded him, the rusting cavalry sword resting against the table, the symbol daubed in tar on the wall. I also saw the broken glass of the window now boarded up, and was that bloodstains? Was it madness, or did something truly try to break in? Either way, I need to play along for now. How long have you been trapped in here? Weeks? Months? I don't know. Tears welled in his eyes. How are you surviving? How are you getting food? I could see a sack of rotting apples propped against the table. Somehow he was getting food, even if it wasn't very fresh. Francesca, she's from Tuscany, not Venetia. She sells food. She brings it to me. I have a little left, a few lira, some jewelry. Not much time. But I won't let them touch me. I won't. I would rather die. I've got some bread. I got an apple. I've got some... You know what this Italian man needs? Needs a shot of olive oil to get him right. Come with me, Enzo. Let me help you. No, they would kill me. Kill you too if you were with me. Or worse. Can't I do anything to persuade you? No, I won't leave, I won't. I gave Francesca my crucifix for some food. A mistake, my mistake. Get it back for me, please. Then you'll come with me? Get some help? The man looked away. I had no idea if getting this crucifix back would help or not, but I'd have to try. I need to find this Francesca somehow. Boy, I don't like the idea of leaving this man. Can I give you an apple? Would you like an apple? Yes, eat the apple. Eat the apple. Would you like a loaf of bread? Yes, eat the bread. Do you want to chug a bottle of olive oil? Wow. See, I thought this game did a lot of research on Italians, but it's clear that the dev didn't know about the daily dose of olive oil all Italians need to maintain their sanity. This lady is Francesca. We already chatted her up. Is your name Francesca by any chance? Yeah, you've been talking to people about me, you cheeky hatchling. I love this woman. A beautiful name, don't you think? Yes, of course. Then you know my dear friend Enzo Rossi. Her brow furrowed. For a moment, her usual good humor was replaced with concern. That's right, beyond. Enzo! Yes, I know that poor soul. Such a shame. Yes, he's not well at all. It's not good for him to be cooped up in that rotting house with his delusions. Has he spoken to you about... Well, I don't know where to start. The fact that he's being watched? That he's trapped? Yes. Madness, surely, but I can never persuade him to leave. I visit him regularly. He used to buy food for me, but now he has hardly any money left, so I give him what I can from leftover stock. Perhaps the best place for him is the madhouse. The thought of my friend being locked away, potentially for the rest of his life, filled me with dread. But there was no denying that the man who had threatened me with a pistol was also a danger to others and to himself. Would it really be better if he were to fall ill and die alone in that house? Oh no, Anna! Your tummy hurts? Did you eat something nasty? He said that he sold you a crucifix. A crucifix? Oh yes, on a chain. A small piece that I gave him far more than it was worth. Could he have it back? He believes it needs its protection. Give it back? No, I don't think so. I'm willing to pay. The money's not the issue, Signora. Then what is the issue? You've given it away? Do you wish to feed his delusions? The sooner he rids himself of all that mystical paraphernalia, the better. You describe a crucifix as mystical paraphernalia. Do you not believe in Christ? My family were never very religious, Signor. It was hard work that kept our family together during the difficult days, not our trust in the Holy Trinity. Enzo needs to see that these trinkets do nothing, and that he is still safe. What makes you think that'll help? Well, it's that or the asylum. Please, he said he would leave the house if I get him the crucifix. I need to try. Very well. If you openly declare your affections for me, I already have! Multiple times! Your feelings are obvious, signore. Prove you are a man of conviction. Give me something meaningful, and then I will give you the crucifix. She flashes me a crooked smile. Such as? Use romance, signora. Surprise me. I keep saying signora. It's okay. I've got just the thing. A bottle of olive oil. No, 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 no. I got a rose. Francesca, maybe this will serve as a token of my affections? Signor! This is so unexpected. My heart is aflame. You may have the crucifix. Anything from my little puppy. Love. Love. Romance. Okay. Essentially, I agree with her, though. And I think that's the medical advice you get, is like, you can't play into or encourage the delusions. But this man don't know no better. It's totally fair. Where... Oh, the puppy sleep. The puppy sleep. Full of cold cuts. Enzo, I have your crucifix. Yes, yes, that's it. Please give it to me. Of course. Yes, this is it. Lord bless me and keep me safe. Will you leave with me now? Damn it, man. I refuse to leave you here to die. I had raised my voice, but the shock seems to allow Enzo a moment of clarity. You're right. I can't stay here forever. Let me prepare, James. I will be ready in the morning, once I've gathered my remaining belongings. After I leave, I will not return. Of course. I'll be here tomorrow. Thank you, my friend, for not giving up on me. My friend Enzo was now ready to leave Venice in the morning, and I met with Roberto and Don Vincenzo. I could either continue to explore the city, or else find a cafe and relax until the evening. Alright, we still haven't found... I was hoping to circle back to Bella's workplace. Because it's mysterious. Maybe we can give this man back his hammer. It feels like maybe he's not gonna live the night. It's possible. Alright. Oh, that's Palazzo. This dude isn't gonna talk to us. Alright. Yeah, I think we can conclude the night. Well, actually, let me see if we can find Bella. Chat with her a little. I think she was the 3rd floor? Now I can't give her a rose because I gave a rose to somebody else. How you doing? Just resting a little before work. How is your story progressing? It's taken some interesting turns. Embrace the journey, senor. Predictability is stagnation, I think. Good chat. I'll see you later. Alright. Could talk to Roberto, too. Yeah, let's see what he's up to. How are you and Rosa? Troubled, but isn't everyone? Can I help at all? Some burdens I fear must be carried alone, James, but I thank you for the offer. Perhaps one day. Have you had some really good gherkins recently? Because I think that would really set you right. What you making? Good looking? Stupid. Yes, Senor Menard. Too much to do today. That's not true. I'm free to go. All right. We've never, I think I knocked on this door, but nobody came to the... Okay. I was about to enter my room. I heard voices from upstairs. You're Venetian, it's your birthright. I'm sick of it, Father. I don't want it, not this year. You're speaking like a spoiled brat. You know you have to. It's a choice. It's always been a choice. I don't want Rosa to grow up with such things. I could hear the raw emotion in Roberto's voice. I wonder what they were discussing. It was never a choice. You may have thought that the decision was yours. The creaking of the steps had given me away. Wow. Come on, dude. Learn to sneak. I trust you had a good day, senor? Apologies. I was sharing a coffee with Roberto and we were discussing politics. Our voices may have raised a little. It is best to avoid some subjects with those closest to you, wouldn't you say? Very wise indeed. Good night. Yes, good night. Good night. Whatever shape had been at the window was gone, if it had ever been there. Were my dreams now invading my waking hours? I decided to head straight to bed, hoping for a dreamless sleep. Oh, we flashed back. This is our former fiance, current stranger. James, it's time to wake up. I was asleep? I'm sorry, it happened again. Please don't apologize. I didn't mean to startle you. I just wanted to show you the rain. The rain? I love the sound of the rain, don't you? Yes, my head feels like if it's gripped in a vice. I had such a vivid dream. I envy you, you know. My dreams are always gone too soon. The rain was in my dream too, and what else was there? Don't worry about that now. Do you know that all life relies on water? It is truly a gift. Rain is a reminder of a power greater than us. Tell me again of Venice, James. Venice? Tell me of its waters, James. But Tell me of the deep. Charlotte, I've never been to Venice. It's where we met, James. But we met at Covent Gardens. And it is in Venice that we will meet again. Stop talking like that, please. Find me there, James. Ooh. Soggy little steps. Charlotte? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Charlotte, what the fuck happened to our house? Let us see. Let us see the abyss. Plagued by dreams. That's a spirit, my friend. And how are you, Arduino? A lot to do, Senor Maynard, a lot to do. I think I must be late already. Late for what? Mr. Maynard, please, allow me some privacy. It's like you're a fucking journalist or something. Oh, can I help? I'm sorry, you are a guest. I shouldn't be this way. If you would rather I leave, of course not. You have a job to do here, and it would be wrong of me to force you anyway after I have invited you in. Is there something in particular that is causing you such distress? Distress? No, I feel no distress. I merely have some errands that I must complete. The answer was strange, considering his obviously foul mood. Whatever his task, it was clearly important. I thought of the conversation between Arduino and Roberto the night before. Could it be connected to his errands? Whatever it was, my journalistic curiosity needed to be sated. There was a bigger story here. I could feel it. Perhaps it would be worth my observing Arduino's movements today. You got a friend to save, James. I noticed with a smart that a smear of blood was presented on one of the pieces the old man was gathering, and as I watched, more traces appeared, picking out the edges of the broken plate in faded red. I can see... Oh, I'm so foolish. I must have hurt myself. These thin cuts, you don't even feel them. The sound effect! His lips pursed around his tips of his fingers as he sucked at the unseen wound. The rasping sound made a nausea coil around my stomach. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. Of course. Have a productive day. Yeah, you too. I like to think that James was like, I'm gonna stalk this man today. And then now he's like, I gotta get out of here. The weather outside was fine. However, there was a sluggishness that was weighing on my bones. My thought went to my friend Enzo. What was I to do with him? I pushed the thought to the back of my mind for now. I needed to wait outside for Arduino to leave so that I could observe him, and then maybe some of the mystery of my host and his eccentricities would be revealed. Hey Rosa, what's up? How are you today? I feel sad. Sad? Why is that? I miss my mama. Of course, it must be very difficult for you. Papa says not to talk about it. He says suppressing feelings is the best way. He says, I didn't really know her, so I can't miss her. Damn, dude. But I do. Why are you sitting out here? Papa's painting again. Does he ask you to wait outside when he paints? Sometimes. Sometimes I just go out. Why is that? Sometimes he cries when he paints. That makes me sad too. It must be difficult for you both. Both of you equally. What do you know about your mother? She made dresses for rich people, Papa said. She was very good. She made me baby clothes before I was born, but I don't have them anymore. Why not? Papa threw them away when he was very sad. I wish I had known her. I've seen a photograph, and she was pretty. I hope I look like her when I'm older. Yeah, that's gonna help your dad. That's not gonna make him weird and embittered about it. Be well, little girl. Wonder if I can go. I want to see him painting. Papa's painting sounds like a euphemism. No! Who's there? It's James. Please, James, I need to concentrate. I will speak to you tomorrow. Alright. See if Bella's home. No answer. Alright. We should really go check on our friend. I needed to wait out of sight of the door so that I could follow Arduino and hopefully start to shed some light on the mysteries of his behavior. And what if he comes this way? What about Enzo? Arduino seemed too lost in his thoughts to notice me, but I kept a distance nonetheless. Hey, the Rialto! I saw him head towards the Rialto Bridge, one of the main landmarks of Venice, a beautiful piece of architecture that spanned the Grand Canal, with shops built directly into the walls. The Rialto is dope. I hope that's all that we see of it in this whole game. It would be really funny if there was one pixel shot of it, and that was all. The Rialto is dope, but all of the shops that were open in it when I was there had, like, basically all just the hackiest tourist crap. It's kind of a shame, but that's how it goes. When I arrived at the entrance to the building, I saw that Arduino was seated upon a raised chair, deep in conversation with another man who was crouched by his shoes in the shadow of an alcove between two storefronts. Arduino looked up occasionally as he spoke and scanned the passers-by, but I managed to hide my face with an upturned collar, mixing with the crowd that ebbed and flowed at the busy intersection of the city. The other man, who was far older even than Arduino, made no such attempt to watch his surroundings as he worked on buffing Arduino's shoes. He seemed to toil without so much as moving his head. The reason for this soon became clear when I spotted that the old man's eyes, deeply lined under his wide-brimmed hat, were uniformly as white as snow. The shoe shine was blind. The hubbub around me made it impossible to hear what they were saying, but I saw the shoe shine nodding in satisfaction. Hi, Milo. That is actually all you see of the Rialto? That's really funny. It took me 3 hours to draw, and for some reason I didn't reuse it. Well worth it. Well worth the time. The man had passed Arduino a parcel of some sort. It feels like, I mean, if you're setting a game in Venice, you have to at least acknowledge and show the Rialto. That feels like you're hitting all the other primo spots. You just got to. Yeah, we got Dev in the chat. Beyond Booleans is both the developer and the publisher. With his business concluded, Arduino shuffled into the crowd. I waited. Over the course of the next half hour, I saw a string of people heading to the shoe shine, 4 of which performed the same secretive actions. The last visitor, a frail old woman, spoke loudly enough for me to pick out some important words. These were my way in, a doorway deeper into the mystery. I studied my nerves, and when she had gone, I sat down in front of the shoe shine. A pleasure, senor. Shall I begin? I tried to keep my Italian accent as flawless as possible. I needed to blend in with the other Venetians. Yes, please do. The man began to buff my shoes with a soft cloth, his face staring resolutely ahead, a faint smile on his lips. I took a breath and repeated the words I had heard the old woman say. Do you remember the carnival? I do, my friend, I do. I remember the laughter, the song, the coming together of rich and poor, young and old. I remember the masks. I remember the clothes, and I remember the food. Tell me, senor, what will you eat? My mind raced. I hadn't overheard this part of the woman's conversation, and I had no doubt that the wrong answer would end the exchange. Everything I knew about the history of the carnival washed through my mind in a flood of words and pictures, and I tried desperately to pick something meaningful from the jumble. The old man craned his neck, listening out for the answer. I mean, Fritole is the only one of these we've had contact with so far. So I think I have to go with that. Fritole al Venezia. Sweet fritters are common, but they are common in many festivals. It would be too obvious. Oh. I mean, if I'm looking at just the outlines here, my guess is the Pestiera, because this is a medieval, gherkin's not an option. This is like a medieval carnival, a medieval festival. They're not gonna have fucking whipped cream shit. Pastiera is a sweet, creamy, deep dish pie-like dessert. It is made with wheat, ricotta cheese, eggs, milk, and zest of orange and lemon. That sounds really good. Its origins are from Naples and initially was created to celebrate spring and Easter. No, that's not what I'm looking for. What about pinza? La pinza della Malatega, a sweetbread, is common in the region of Veneto during the Epiphany. But that is a religious festival and a long gone by February, even if the carnival used to begin at the end of December. No, it must be something else. Wow, is Zeppeli? Zeppelis are light golden pastries filled with yellow cream and dusted with powdered sugar, popular around St. Joseph's Day, which hadn't been linked to the carnival. It can't be right. I needed to think. None of them are right. Oh. The roots of the carnival... Whoa, what's happening? Oh my god, is my brain being damaged? The roots of the carnival tradition stretch back to Roman times as part of the celebration of Saturnalia before it was appropriated by the Catholics as a celebration before Lent. Oh god, this seems bad. The word itself was said to be referenced to the time of penance and could be traced to the Latin words carnivale, literally farewell to the flesh. Cool. Cool. The carnival was a chance to eat for the last time before fasting. Yes, I know what it is. I will eat meat. Yes. The man nodded with a slim smile. That was very spooky. On his sunken features, he reached down and pulled a parcel from inside the box before sliding it along my feet. I reached down quickly, a little too eagerly, and almost knocked the item into the cobblestones. Careful, such a thing is precious. I took it and left without another word. Meat, 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 meat! I decided not to follow Arduino's route, instead opting for a narrow street that skirted the main canal and led towards a small residential corner of the city. The crowd quickly thinned, and I soon found myself alone in an alleyway, standing beneath a web of crisscrossing washing lines draped with dripping clothes. I could wait no longer. My curiosity burned white hot. Chat, do we have guesses? What's in the package? My guess is a mask. Because if we do in this Carnival thing, feels like it should be a mask. A face? A heart? Enzo? Wow. Wow, chat. Ooh, okay. Meat mask, special knife or nice hat, a cute plushie, oh my god. Pickles, okay. Some good options, let's see. Oh, what? Okay. The substance inside glistened with an organic sheen. The light seemed to bring a rainbow of colors from the layer of scaled skin and blubbery fat on the surface. And as I carefully turned it over in my hands, I saw that the underside was deep red, tempered with lines of pale grizzle. So there had been truly no secret code in the exchange with the shoeshine. It was simply a piece of meat. Why the secrecy? Was the flesh poisoned or restricted? It most closely resembled the large tuna steaks I had seen on the seafront during my time traveling on the west coast of Tuscany. But there was something about the texture that made my skin crawl, as if the flesh were subtly quivering within my hands. The sound of footsteps in my back forced me to wrap the meat back up and slip it beneath my jacket. Huh. So let's go check on Enzo. No need to try. I could get in the back. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, Geo's died. That would be fucking cool. Geo's died says, are we going to be eating Venusian mermaids? Or Venetian mermaids, I guess? Oh. I don't see a dog. It's a bad sign. No! I saw the dog. We won't go back there. Yeah, the dog definitely survived. Don't worry about it. James, you came back for me. I dare not leave the room without you. Enzo seems to have a wound on his stomach. Fresh blood splattered his trousers. Hey, you're hurt. When I tried to save Lupo, but couldn't. They were so strong, filled with the devil's wrath. One of them got to me, cut me with a blade that killed Lupo. I don't think it's deep, but by God, James, it hurts. We've got to patch you up. No, you can't leave me again. You said you'd get me out of Venice. You promised to help me. Help me, James. If what Enzo was saying was true, then getting him out of Venice was of vital importance. But if he were hallucinating and dangerous, then would it not be better for him to be safe within the walls of an asylum? What happened? They came for me, James. Them 3 devils. They came after you left, after the night was falling. And Lupo, my dear Lupo, he tried to defend me, but they killed him. The poor animal. He was not just an animal, James. He was my dearest companions, and the bastard cut him to pieces. They left him there. Tears flowed deeply down Enzo's emaciated features. It was then that I saw the shimmer of blood on the blade of Enzo's sword, propped against the table. Could I trust Enzo? Had he done the foul deed himself in a fit of mania? Did you fight them off? As best I could. I'm no fighter, but my sword and my pistol gave me an advantage. I shot one of them in the gut, and that gave them pause. I think they were planning to return to finish the job later. You killed a man? No, he did not die. James, I swear, it barely bled. And he smiled at me. But you said you scared them. I don't know. I haven't slept in so many days. Maybe they're toying with me like a cat with a mouse. Save me, James, please. Oof. Did this really happen, Enzo? You don't believe me? I'm just trying to get to the truth. You know me. This is my calling. I've told you the truth. 4 of them came for me like the horsemen of the apocalypse to steal my soul. You said 3. 3 devils. Now it is 4? I can't remember. It's a blur. Have you ever been set upon by a group of vicious demons wielding knives? You must believe me. You're my only hope. Is it the truth? I had an important choice to make. Ooh. How? I don't know. I mean, being here is not good for him. Is there something obviously paranormal happening? Or do we just think that because we're in a video game and we know we're playing a video game? I mean, well, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. He's been stabbed. And I don't think the dog did that. I think it's also unlikely that he did that to himself with the sword. It's not impossible, but like... I think the fact that he's stabbed kind of implies that there was an actual attack. Lupo with a knife. I just don't think the dog stabbed him. So I think we're gonna help him get out of here. Enzo, I've known you for many years and you have never lied to me, so I will trust you now. You have my word that I will help you. Stay here. I'll think of a way to get you past the man outside. Thank you, James. Thank you. I see. Okay. We'll just quickly get out of here. He's got a little blood on his foot. What? Senor! I can't just grab the man's shoe. Excuse me, senor, you need something? Couldn't just grab at a man's shoe. Hey, you dropped this. Oh no, I know what to do. I wanted to get rid of the man, but I would not resort to violence. Why don't you give me your shoe for this bottle of olive oil? Wow. I hope we have to grease something up later, and that's what the olive oil's for. Oh, I know. I know we'll get this guy out of here. What? I could light him on fire. Do you need a light? No, senor, please leave me. You keep offering me things from your pockets. I don't want any of them. Put it on the ground. That would be really funny. Let's talk to these local men. Excuse me, can I ask you something? It seems you already are. Oh, they're demons. Oh, they're demons, for sure. What are you playing? None of your concern? Nothing here is your concern. Don't you have somewhere to be? I stood firm. I was here for Enzo. I go where I wish. The man's mouth moved as if he were chewing a wasp before he turned back to his game. See someone defaced a poster of Mussolini? He can go to hell. The man slammed the card down on the table, shaking the coins that were being wagered. I didn't press the issue. I had more important things to accomplish than a fight. Do you know the owner of this house? We all know him, senor. Leave, senor. My hands clenched into fists. No. The men stared at me, unblinking, before turning back to their game. I'll leave you to your game. You're welcome. Could I? No, okay. The game doesn't want me to use violence. I keep thinking about, like, how can I get more weapons? Okay. I think whatever I need to do is not here. The game seems to want me to get the man's shoe, though. I need to get him out of the way. Maybe if I offer him some nasty meat. Some bad, nasty meat. No, I don't want to go in there again today. Roberto's probably still painting. That meat looked pretty good. Fungus Finder, the description of it slightly shimmering in your hands wasn't enough to put you off. Bribe him with pickles? It would work on me. Hey, can I have more picks? I'll just help myself. Fine. Magic Marzipan, thank you for the subscribe. Hello, Airweber. How you doing? How am I? I have a pain in my back, my knee, and my heart. But I'm awake, still sharp of mind and alive. That is all I can ask for. This guy's got it on lock. This guy knows what's up. I'm troubled. I'm not sure. I feel I'm scratching at the surface of a wound and the infection will soon show itself. My God, James, these are dark thoughts. I know that Venice can be difficult to navigate, but sometimes you just need to let the currents take you. There is beauty in the madness, my friend. I knew he was trying to make me feel better, but his eyes showed more than just concern for me. Perhaps a little for himself? Hey, Arduino's up to some shit. What do you mean, James? I'm not entirely sure. Some form of smuggling at the very least? James, I respect you. Your mind is clearly able to dig into the truth of matters, but this is quite the accusation. I'm telling the truth. Would you like to see some nasty meat I got? Yeah? And you have evidence? Ooh, I think I'm gonna trust him. I knew that Weber, despite his eccentricities, could never pass as Venetian, so it was very unlikely he was part of whatever was growing in the belly of the city. Yeah, I managed to get a hold of some of the contraband meat that Arduino deals in. It is fucked up. James, was ist das? I'm gonna level with you, man. I don't know. It is unlike any meat I have ever seen, and I have dined on every coast of the Mediterranean. How did you get it? There are codes, phrases. It revolves around CARNIVAL, but I'm not entirely sure how. This is very troubling. Be careful, James. Though I would like to think I know Arduino well, perhaps I too need to be careful. Can I have more pickles now? God damn it. I'm pickle locked. That's what the pickle soft lock is. You can't get any more pickles. Ooh, muskox. Oh. Ah. That's not Francesca. Oh, hey, the waiter's here. Hey, do you know anything about this nasty meat? No, okay. Oh, I don't need to speak to them, thankfully. Ah, fascists. I don't know if I can trust... I don't know if I'll trust the priest. He seems pretty chill. But he's also a Venetian through and through. Ah, the Englishman! Still in our city, I see. For now. I saw a sigil on the door outside, a triangle and a curved line. Do you know what it is? Nothing to be worried about. But I've seen many things that you cannot hope to understand the beauty of Venice, Englishman. The priest grinned, sending chills down my spine. Oh no. I've seen some weird shit, Don. Curious behavior? What do you mean? There seems to be secrets wherever I look. You look pale, senor. Perhaps it is your sleeping illness? No, it's not in my mind. It's real, and it seems to be tied to Carnival. But the Carnival is banned, senor. You must be mistaken. I've seen it with my own eyes, Don Vincenzo. I thought of showing him the hideous parcel that I received from the shoe shine, but for some reason, I decided against it. I think perhaps it is time for you to go home, don't you think? Yes, perhaps it is. Good instinct. Good instinct not showing this man the nasty meat. That nasty meat is my private store. Okay. Grab window. Hey, what's up, dude? Are you on a break from work? Oh, I'm just making conversation. I'm just trying to do what I need to do to get your shoe. Can't just grab the man's shoe. No, I have to be very careful who I show that to. That's fair. Find a way to get rid of the man watching Enzo's house. I can't light him on fire. Lube him up. Push him in the water. Find that little kid again. Oh yeah, the chief distractor. I mean, that guy was... it would be really funny, because I do still have a profiterole. Why would caking his shoe get rid of him? That's a good question. I don't know positive that I want to grab his shoe. One day, just gotta hit the man with a big book. I like the idea of seeing if that kid is still around. Good day. May I? Signor Decina has told me that you are free to enter as you wish. Have a good day. Oh, really? I see that the window has been fixed. I work quickly, Signor. May I? I've seen defaced posters of Mussolini around the city. Sadly, this is true. Agitators are arrested by the black shirts when they are seen, but they cannot be everywhere, sadly. Sadly, sadly, sadly. What is the penalty for this act? I couldn't possibly say, Signor. You mean that you don't know, or I couldn't say? Let us move on. Alright, thanks for your time. Same time again tomorrow? Ha! Beyond Boolean, I would accept a hint. The obvious solution is that I give him pickles to leave. But I've been pickle locked, so surely there's got to be a way around that. Plocked? I need something from Enzo's house. I was worried I had to engage. I was worried I had to maybe engage with what was happening here. Okay. Okay. Free paint. Picked up the black paint carefully. I would no doubt stain my clothes if I were to spill it. There is no need to touch it. It looked like it was still wet. Ah, a chamber pot. I'll pass. I'll actually pass on touching that. String of garlic. No need to take the garlic. Ooh, I loot the chest. I wasn't about to steal from one of my friends. Boo. Filthy blanket. Sack of rotting potatoes. Blood stain. 8-pointed star. That's so many more stars than points than stars usually have. I'm gonna offer him the black paint to cover up his shoe. Perhaps it is time to take advantage of my being from England and the power of the apology. It would be incredible if the subplot of this game was assembling the stuff to make, like, a lovely basil salad. What, a caprese? I'm here to make a caprese. Everything else is secondary. What the hell do you think you're doing, you imbecile? I'm terribly sorry, senor. So clumsy of me. I should break your neck for that. And you would be well within your rights to do so, good sir. I truly am sorry. I can feel my clothes sticking to my skin. Damn you. I'll be back, and if you're still here, then you'll wish you weren't. Quickly, my friend. We only have a short time before the man comes back. I cannot thank you enough, James. You've saved my life. We'll see. Let's go. Okay. The train can take to Padua, Verona, or further if you wish. The money I gave you should last for a few weeks. After that, I will make my own way. Oh, so we're not going with him. We are just literally putting him on a train and sending him out into the world? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. James, these clothes, the money, helping me to escape from those monsters. I cannot ever repay this debt. Just be safe, Enzo, and send me your address when you get settled once again. I will. I just want to know one thing, Enzo. What was it that they showed you? Yeah, he was for sure stabbed. They asked me to... No! Enzo? Don't stay, James. Don't stay. Enzo, please. I know there's something wrong here, but I need to know more. No. Your knowledge will kill you, James. It will kill you. His whole body was shaking. Whatever he had seen was too much for him to express to me. I was going to have to discover it myself. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye, James. And may God be with you. My business with Enzo was concluded for now. I could either continue to explore the city, to dig deeper into the mysteries, or find a cafe and relax until the evening. Damn. Do we think there are less culty areas of Italy? Or simply differently culty? I don't think there's anything left to do. I mean, unless we wanted to... No, I don't think we can follow Enzo anymore. It would be really funny if that was a game over. It would be really funny if it was like, wow, you let Enzo go with a stab wound and very poor mental health. Someday I'm going to put my hand in that slimy water. Rosa was still sitting on the stairs, her feet drawn up under her. Are you all right, Rosa? Have you been here all day? Her face was wet with tears. She didn't reply. It was monstrous to leave a child by herself for so long. Has she even eaten? I decided to head up to Roberto to give him a piece of my mind. Uh-oh. Herr Maynard! Komm se bitte! Schnell! Weber's eyes flared with what seemed to be a strange mixture of excitement and abject terror. He'd obviously forgotten in his current delirium that I couldn't speak German. Well, you get the gist, though. I looked back at Roberto's door before following Weber. I should speak to Roberto in a moment. Uh-oh. Come see! As we were passing Bella's apartment, nestled on the floor between Roberto and Weber's, I noticed a small note that seemed to be hastily jammed underneath her door. Don't mind if I do. Oh, no. Okay. That probably wasn't important. I noticed that the paper didn't carry any words, but simply a symbol, one that I knew from somewhere. It was a triangle and curved line that was emblazoned on the window of the building where Isabella worked. The paper itself seemed to be rather expensive cartridge paper, and the symbol was drawn in the heavy artist's pencil. It was obviously some sort of coded love letter from Roberto. I looked down the stairs instinctively, knowing that around the corner was the small form of Rosa, the unwilling observer to the affair. I felt my heart break, both for her and for the couple who had such complications to overcome. I slipped the note under the door and continued up towards the waiting form of Weber. Weber, what is this about? What do you wish of me? I need you to hear, to understand. Understand what? These sounds from this place, they live in the water, in the rotting wood, but it is so much more than that. They live in the bones. You must hear. Please, come. Yeah, Zigzergen, I'm with you. I'm like, you see that note and you're like, oh, they fucking... Listen. I can't hear anything. Ach, Egoga bitte. Close your eyes. I rarely seen such a passionate energy in anyone, least of all from such a mundane action. I obeyed and turned back to the window with my eyes firmly shut. I felt the breeze as it kissed across my cheeks, and in my mind's eye I saw the city still stretching out before me with the various buildings I could remember jutting out from the colorless fog as if they were ink drawn into the watercolor. Beautiful. The sound of the waves began to reach me, faintly lapping at the stonework of the stilt-legged city. Somewhere in the distance a cat screeched either in fear or gleeful joy at a catch, the agony and ecstasy mixed in its intonations. There was something there, riding the sound of the waters, huddling on the back of the swirling breeze. There was a message in the air. Can you hear it? I nodded, afraid that my own words would break the spell. There were highs and lows, dips, peaks, lulls, moments of aggression, and plateaus of peace. There were words. I tried and failed to make out where one sound ended and another began. They flowed like ice within water. What is it saying? It is the same every year since I arrived. It is the magic of this place and its cold horror. To hear the words is to hear the heartbeat of madness, which is why I play. I drown the sounds and chords and preserve myself. I closed my eyes again. The German's grip on reason was clearly failing, but I could not deny that there was something in the air, a discordant ambience from an unknown source that I had never experienced before. Perhaps given enough time and exposure, it would drive anyone to mania. The mind is a fragile creature. Why not simply leave? If this place encourages such madness, why not leave it behind? You do not understand. Then teach me, what is it saying? It is a question. What is the question? But I already knew. My bones sang the answer. It swam in the waters. My stomach burned with the acids of its component words. What will you eat? You see, I know. I'm not Venetian, but I heard it. It was not in Italian or any language. It is in the air. It is a question that ties all of us together. Do you know Fasnet? Yeah! No, I'm sorry. I'd never met him. Not a man, a time, a feast. Fastnacht. I know about Fastnacht. I tried to go see it when we were in the Alps because it was the right time of year, but we were just off. Not a man, a time, a fest. Spirits and evil hide within the winter, and in my lands, in the mountains of Schwarzwald, we dress with masks to show the evil that must be banished. If you get a chance and look at Fastnacht masks, they're dope. They're giant. They go over the head. They're incredible. We celebrate the darkness to remind ourselves of the light to come, and we eat, James. Now, of course, the eating is before the fasting of Lent, but the wooden masks, is such a thing Christian? Of course not. It is far older. What do the masks hide? I will tell you. It is that the shadow has always been there, and the shadow is not always unwelcome. The air inside the apartment carried the tang of brine. The lagoon's vapor reached everywhere, from the lowest doorway to the highest rooftop. I have never heard such a sound. And that is the point, James. That is why I remain despite my fear. The city is alone and terrible. Such a sound is unique. The city is unique, and it is hungry. Oh no! Oh no! I don't even remember sleeping. All I could remember was Weber's distended jaw. Another hallucination, but one that shook me to my core. I asked Weber why he remained in Venice when it affected him so, and yet, was I any different? In any case, the end was now in sight. Come in. Hey, Arduino. You're not gonna, stab me or some shit, huh? Watching him slowly walk towards me was really ominous. I noticed that Arduino seemed to have injured his hand. It was strapped with a bandage, and he was carrying it close to his body. He was also wearing a tightly wrapped scarf. Oh boy, you seem worse. You seem worse. It is finished? My article? Yes, it's all ready. Well, when does this man find the time to write? I guess this is like complaining about it in 24 when you never see him use the bathroom. Whenever you see journalists or writers and they're like, yep, I finished the article, and it's like, fucking win. He's blackout writing Sexalia. Oh, to blackout write. That's not a disease, that's a superpower. My article? Yes, it's all ready. Well, I still have to write the piece. Okay. But I have more than enough to make a worthwhile story. And none too soon. Weber may cling to Venice's terrible beauty, but I would rather retire to less stressful haunts. The train could not come quickly enough. I'm glad I could help. The scarf flapped with every word he spoke. Thank you for all your support and the accommodation. I trust that the paper has compensated you for the inconvenience. Of course, they were very generous. I hope you will take back a positive impression of our city and its people. Venice will survive Mussolini just as we survived the Austrians, and perhaps in time we will gain the power and independence of old. We can dream, eh? Dreams. I longed for an escape from dreams, and leaving the city was my first step. Excuse me for asking, but have you injured your hand? No, I spilled some cooking fat on my hand last night. It is nothing. I feel no pain. Very well. I hope it heals up quickly. Many thanks once again. Do we think maybe... vampire? And thank you, Signor Maynard. You have showed respect to Venice and its history, and that should be rewarded, don't you think? Well, yes. Well, I certainly hope so. I am getting paid for it. Wait, what was that? I think it was from upstairs. Oh, no. Oh, God. Roberto, what are you doing? Bella didn't come to see me last night. We were supposed to meet. It was arranged. Please help me. It's not like her at all. My Bella would never let me wait without at least sending me a note. Each word was edged with fear. You wish to break the lock in my building? Please, I will take full responsibility. I will pay. I can't force the door alone. Arduino doesn't have spare keys? The man was beside himself with obvious, genuine worry, so I pulled myself in alongside him, and together we threw ourselves into the door. I don't understand. Her things are here, her coat, but she's gone. Perhaps we'll find some clues to her whereabouts. Oh, a fallen book, you say? That letter. What letter? The one you gave to Bella. I don't know what you're talking about. I know what happened. What? What happened to her? Rosa, blinking furiously, was pointing to the note left on the floor, the same note I had seen the day before. The mark. No! Oh, is it the lottery situation? Babao came for her. I drew his picture and he came, just like they say. Rosa. Hi, how could you? His voice was a bloody wrenching of heart and soul. Roberto, calm down. Remove your hands from her. You're hurting her. She killed her! My Bella, my own love! Rosa began screaming at her father with words long festering in her heart. She's not my mama! You're so cruel to mama! You've forgotten her! Bloody-minded idiot child, you barely knew her! Okay, let's break this up. You go too far. This is your daughter. She's clearly distraught. Gottenheim. Was this loss? You don't understand. She's done something so cruel, so irreversible. You know nothing. She has killed my Bella. Nonsense. I heard children talk of the same babu in the street. It's a fairy story. I can't even understand why you're giving it a second thought. Isabella is most likely at a friend's house, or I don't know. In all honesty, she could be anywhere, and it would make more sense than a ghostly visitor. Imagine that she had been taken by some specter is ludicrous. I look back at Weber and Arduino for support, but find none forthcoming. Weber's face was a mask of concern closely matching Roberto's, whereas Arduino wore a strangely blank expression, as if he were frozen under ice. I know that facing this is hard, but hurting the child would be wrong. She's young and doesn't understand. Weber, they're talking about Bella being taken by the Babao as if it could happen. Why is Arduino giving any credence to this? It's madness! Credence. Credible, yes. I have heard of the Babao, the beast. I have heard of its hunger. And I have heard of Humpty Dumpty. Sorry, I should be more British with him. I'm not going to, but I should be. And I've heard of Humpty Dumpty, but that doesn't mean he's waiting on every wall. I've heard other words on the air, James. I heard them in the water. Not every time, but when the night is clear, I have heard them as clear as crystal, running beneath a question like a heartbeat. Babao, babao, babao. I have heard it many times, and it drowned it with music. You heard the words last night, James. You know there's more at play here. I see things, hear things, with my condition. Do you have that condition, James? Does Roberto? But it can't be. I won't believe it. It is time for you to leave, Signor Maynard. We will deal with this as Venetians. There is nothing more to be said. The gulf between the way I viewed the world and the way that the others did was so vast as to be terrifying. Had a mass hysteria gripped the city, or was it I who simply couldn't see the way the world truly was? I looked from Weber with his spectral words and discordant music, to Arduino with his unflinching pride and fanatic love of Venice, and finally to Rosa and Roberto, united and divided in grief over a situation that surely could not be as deadly as they were making it out to be. I was an outsider to their world. Mime Town, yeah, me too. The writing in this is really excellent. The lagoon stretched away before me. Beyond it was Italy, then France, then Britain. All being well, I could be home in a few days where I belonged. I never met the man who made his own way in Florence, or who managed to flee the abusive household that had held him since childhood. I suppose Charlotte will be joining us tonight? No, Mother, I'm afraid not. I received a letter. Spit it out, boy. We're going separate ways. And not a moment too soon. Strumpets and whores, that's all these girls are nowadays. No modesty. Better to stay here with your dear mother. No, Charlotte is... Don't contradict your mother, idiot boy. Oh, George, don't scold the boy. I'm just glad he's finally past his wanderlust, so he can stay here to take care of us. Pho, better than nothing, I suppose. I knew you'd never leave. Ha 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 ha. The words stung my hands, cold indictment of the past that would not leave, unless I let it. I had no idea what would transpire if I remained in Venice, what hidden secrets I would unearth, or what danger I would find myself in. But was that fate any worse than returning home to rot? Ooh. Obviously, we're not going back, right? I mean, chat. As always, I value your input. We're not going back home to fucking England. Are you kidding me? I mean, well, here's what I'll say is if you want to return to England, you should probably buy this game and play it yourself. It's only like $12. Very reasonably priced. Don't go back, please. Obviously, I'm not going home to England. It'd be so funny if it was a game over. Who even put that as an option? Yeah, it's a great question. Who could have done such a thing?
Caution, developer in the chat.
Okay. Obviously, we're staying. Dev is a chump! No, if I left now, I would forever wonder what could have been, and what I could have done to help Isabella. I needed to head back to the others and face this situation head on. Yeah! As I arrived, I saw Arduino leaving the building carrying a large paper parcel under his arm. There's a look of blissful serenity on his mottled features. My host's manner had become stranger every day, and the dispassionate response to Bella's disappearance had chilled me. I needed to see where he was going. Emily T. Mitchell says, hey, I'm from England, guys. Let's cool it. We have gherkins. As I made it to follow Arduino around the corner, I saw a man step from the shadows. Boo! Hello, my friend. Are you on your way to the festivities? He was wearing a white mask with a wide frozen grimace shaped into its varnished plaster. Yes, please, I'm in a hurry. Ha! Aren't we all? Do you have your mask yet? Mask? But the carnival is banned. Wrong thing to say. Even though I could not see his face, I could feel his countenance change. I see that you're not Venetian. Banning the carnival is like banning the tide. It will keep coming, no matter the plans of the silly little creatures who try to stop it. I see. If I could get past, please? Of course. Be well, senor. And be sure to enjoy the carnival. I longed to curse the man who got in my way, but as I was British. Good day. Good day. The man delayed me enough that Arduino had slipped away. I would need to search the city for him. Where do I think Carnival would happen? I mean, the piazza. Hey. Hey, you there. Me? Celebrating Carnival is forbidden. By order of El Duce, take off the mask right away. I don't want to. Insolent wench, that is not a request, it's an order. Leave him alone. Stay out of it unless you want trouble. Maybe I do want trouble. Maybe all of us do. The Carnival is a sacred tradition, and I advise you to leave it well enough alone. I think perhaps we will let this indiscretion go this time. A wise choice. Beat their asses. I don't want to disturb them. Hey, kid. Hey, bambino. Hey there. Hey, senora. Cool mask. Maybe a jester, maybe a bird, maybe just a person. You don't know? I just like the way it makes me feel. My parents say everyone wears masks. Sometimes ones you can't see. What's your mask? That's a good question. Have you seen a man with a parcel walking hurriedly? Maybe. I don't remember. You don't remember? You remember everything? Even boring things? I suppose not. Hey, did the black shirt scare you? No, they're just little men. I'm Venetian. I'm protected. By who? By my people? My family? It must be nice to feel safe. And strong, senor. We are very, very strong. Family! La familia! Bye, kid. Hulking laborer. Yeah, I would love to. I decide not to disturb this man. He's clearly fears the black shirts, and I don't want to get in the middle. That's fair. Honestly, yeah, that's fair. I doubt he's at the Palazzo Grazi, but you can check. Signor, would you like to hear a carnival song? That would be wonderful. Go ahead. The usually curmudgeonly doorman was in an uncharacteristically sunny mood. Okay. Hush now, Bamido, hide in your bed. Babu is hungry and hungry for bread. Not wheat, not barley, nor milk in the cup, but small little children all bundled up. Creep, 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 walks in the mist. He'll count to 3 on his bony fist. 1 for the naughty, 2 for the sly, 3 for the children who dares to cry. Clank goes the lantern, creak goes the stair. Babu is breathing the midnight air. Close your eyes and don't make a peep, or Babu will rock you down to sleep. Perfect! Your parents must be so proud. Is that a traditional song? I really lucked out that scanned. I really lucked out that scanned with the one one nursery rhyme that came to mind. Huh, it's you. What a pleasant surprise. I don't know. My mom always used to sing it to me. Hi, who are you? What's your fucking deal? That song was interesting. My mama and papa taught me it when I was small. It's a bit creepy, but it's fun. So you believe it? Of course. The Baba was more real than Mussolini. My papa told me to say that. I don't know who Mussolini is. Good parenting. Have you seen a man with a parcel walking in a hurry? Maybe. I don't remember where he was going, though. I've been playing for so long, I think I missed my breakfast. It would really help me if you could remember. I bet it would. Sorry, senor. Do you like talking to the doorman? Yeah, I like him. He's funny. Don't you find him grumpy? He's fine with me. Maybe you should sing him a song. Maybe. Goodbye. Good day. Have you seen? Please, senor, leave me alone. Today is a day for Venetians, not you. That's fair. That's totally fair. Hey, kid, if I gave you some profiteroles, would you remember? If you'd seen the man? No, okay. Maybe by the church. Good people, today is a glorious day, a day to show our pride in Venice and in our roots. Celebrate, be merry, God is with us. Hey, Don. Oh. Hey, your eyes are extra sinister today. Did you know that? Did you mean for that? Ah, good to see you, my boy. Quite the congregation. Is it a religious holiday? Of those sorts. It is the start of this year's carnival, my boy. Carnival? But the black shirts... The Venetian people do not bow to the black shirts, senor. Some things are far more important than Il Duce. Have you seen a... Have you seen a man with a parcel walking in a hurry? Seen many people today, and I will see many more. I would invite you, but you're not fucking Venetian. Hey, what the fuck is up with your eyes, my dude? I think they must be soaked with tears, senor. I admit I'm feeling very emotional. You do not understand, do you? No, clearly not. Okay. It does look like a little sideways blinking, yeah. Please, peace be with you, Senor Maynard. Oh, I can't go around the back of the church anymore. Can I go in? No reason to climb the building. You say that, and yet... I wanna. Have you considered that I wanna? I don't think there's gonna be anybody down... Well, okay. The locals who had previously been resolutely focused on their card game were today simply standing. Each was wearing a gaudy mask. Their eyes gleamed as they watched me. Hey. Oh, hey, tall man. Mirith D asks, what engine did you write this in? If you're still there beyond. What are you doing? We are waiting, senor. Something the matter? No? Can I ask you some questions? If you must. Isn't a carnival forbidden? We answer to something higher, or maybe I should say lower. What do you mean? Get the fuck out of here, kid. You seen a man with a parcel? Why would I tell you if I had? Do you consider me a friend, senor? No, not in the least. Finally, we agree on something. Time was running out. I couldn't afford to aimlessly wander the streets of Venice. I decided to press the issue. I don't have time to play games. Tell me if you have seen a man carrying a parcel, now. Oh, the Melucina. You're shaking, Signora. I need to leave. Yes, you do. Another hallucination, but this one had given me a direction if I was quick. Yes! Okay. I had a suspicion of where he was going long before we arrived. This is where Isabella worked. Ha! Yeah, avoiding bears. I also can't afford to aimlessly wander the streets of Venice, but God help me, I wish I could. Arduino placed a plague doctor mask on his face and entered the building, stepping into the light that spilled from within. Was Bella still in there? Had Arduino abducted her himself? It was likely, or at the very least, he probably had some part in it. I needed to find a way, to find out either way, and I needed help. Are you certain? Certain? No, but if you put all of it together, it does seem clear. Gottenhelm, I have always trusted Arduino. He fooled us all. I'm sure Isabella must still be in that place. But what if you're wrong? If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I can leave, and Isabella, wherever she is, will have to find her own way. But if I'm right, and if something has happened to her that I can help with, and she needs a way out... I see. All right. Ugh, James, you are dogged. I'm a journalist. We must have masks to hide our face. Then you'll come too. What do I do with my life now, eh? What do I move? Or influence? I sit in a room and stare at the city that lives without me. I listen. I try not to hear. What good is that? I used to be a soldier. More than that, I used to be a leader of men. I should be better than that. Thank you. But are the two of us enough? I don't know. We must be quick for Isabella's sake, but maybe we have time to bring someone else if they trust me enough to join our cause. There was also the question of whether I could trust them or anyone in the delirious city. I needed to think very carefully. Whew. Okay, so Roberto's the painter. Dante is the fascist. I mean, the answer is Francesca. Francesca's the only person in this city I fucking trust. But we didn't get a full pixel portrait of her, so I don't think she's gonna be an option. I mean, definitely not Dante. I don't think we should trust... I think, okay, we have to ask somebody. Oh, I love that. Okay. I really appreciate that they're, included a portrait of them. I mean, yeah, definitely not the fascist and definitely not the priest. So I guess Roberto, and we just hope that his love for Isabella overcomes his love for his father. I mean, it's gotta be Roberto. Ugh. It should be Francesca. Francesca Goat. That's your OC. I mean, we all agree. But it's gotta be Roberto. I mean, of the three, it just simply has to be. Roberto would surely want to help to save Bella, but would he go against his own father? Well, that is the question. And then I sort of put on a mask and enter Melucina. As I was speaking the words, a fact dawned on me. But you already knew he would go there, didn't you, Roberto? James, I overheard you and Arduino speaking. This is part of your birthright, isn't it? There are things I cannot say that you cannot know of. It's too late for secrecy. Bella's life might be at stake. Please, Roberto. You've been such a good friend, helping to protect Rosa from those bullies and speaking to her about her mother. I'm not angry, I promise. I should be more open with Rosa, discussing the past so she can begin to heal. Bella also told me you checked in on her after you saw where she worked. You're a compassionate man, and brave to involve yourself in all of this. You're an example to me, and I will follow it. I will follow you! Yeah! But I will tell you, I don't know that we will face in there. There are parts of that building that I've never been to. People return from there changed. Then we will face whatever is in there together, my friend. I will wait for you near to Melucina. For Bella. For Bella. For Bella, ciao! I need masks and costumes before meeting Melucina. Maybe a shop by the station would have what I needed. Okay. Here's the thing I'm gonna do. Save, because it's been a minute. Okay. Aw, mask shop. Hell yeah. The mist rising up from the lagoon reminded me of the day I had arrived in Venice. The mannequin was no longer present, which was a blessing of sorts. Oh! Geodai says, I wonder if we didn't build up trust with the other characters, they would say no to helping us. And our dev friend says, yes, this is the case. That's cool. I quite like that as like a secret little mechanic. Okay, that clarifies it. I was curious what the end result of us spying for Dante would have been. I understand now. Maybe we could get his horrible help. Wasn't about to break into the shop window. Wow. Welcome, welcome. Please feel free to browse my wares. Thank you, senor. A very nice selection you have here. I pride myself on keeping my family's tradition alive. Tradition is important, wouldn't you agree? Shopkeeper stared at me with wide eyes and a fixed grin. Of course. Come, browse my mess and choose the one that speaks to you. You can tell this guy's British because he's like on a life or death mission, but he's still making small talk. Dante wouldn't have helped you if you didn't agree to spy. That's cool. That's very thoughtful. There was no need to push the mannequin over. What would you recommend, senor? Depends on your needs. If you take a look at the counter display, you will find my most popular lines. Yes! For some curious reasons, I knew I needed to be sure of my selection. I had to carefully inspect these masks before choosing. What can you tell me about this mask? I'm hoping we're just getting a lot of cool info. About, Beyond Boolean says, I have a new prequel to Abscission on itch.io releasing this week for free. That's cool. I mean, the Bauta's my favorite. The Volta, also called the larva ghost, as it is certainly unnerving when seen in the moonlight. It is always a white mask and is usually worn with a tricorn hat. Despite the sculpted female features, it can be worn by a man if that is your wish. I've heard the Bauta is ancient. You heard right. It's hundreds of years old, young man. It is even used outside the Carnival, sometimes with other festivals, or to celebrate the election of high officials in the Republic of Venice. Some even wore it whenever possible, even daily. This mask, the Jester. It is a clown mostly associated with the Middle Ages. Starting in Italy, the Jester moved into all of Europe, influencing theater in Spain, Holland, Germany, Austria, England, and especially France. The origins of the Jester are said to have been in prehistoric tribal society. However, Jesters are mainly thought of and associated with the European Middle Ages. The Jester was a symbolic twin of the king. All jesters are fools in those days were thought of as special cases whom God had touched with a childlike madness. Hey, Justy's Jolt! A gift, or perhaps a curse. In the harsh world of medieval Europe, people who might not be able to survive any other way had thus found a social niche. You're being explicitly called out, chat. I don't know if you realized. The Pantalone. What can you tell me about it? The Pantalone is a miserable, libidinous, aged character for the Commedia dell'arte. Usually he's a shopkeeper from Vienna, somewhat stupid, fond of food and of pretty women, talkative, gullible, full of temper, and the butt of all the jokes. Some of them very indecent, yet forgiving in the end. Oh man, I mean I always like to go for the Bauta, but it feels like for our character, maybe the Real is a good bet. Is this for a pull? it feels like it should be the like, I do, it's not a bad thing for a pull, but it just feels like we should be the jester, right? It just seemed like, it just seemed like maybe we should be the jester. You're just a little guy. Oh! Oh boy. My mind was clearly still playing tricks on me. The jester mask, I forgot that the jester mask was the, icon of the game. And it is a fucked up, cursed jester mask. It was that one we just saw, actually. The jester mask that remained behind simply stared at me with laughing eyes. I gritted my teeth. The last laugh would be mine. This one. I want this one. Senor, are you alright? You look pale. I have so much to do, and I'm not sure I can do it. Just smile, senor. A smile works wonders. A smile dripping with bile. I will need more than one mask. So, James, do you have the masks? Yes, and appropriate costumes too. Are you ready? There's no turning back once we are inside. This is also, I mean, as you all know because you've all watched the original Wicker Man, famously fool for a day. Right? Like, that was the whole thing, is that he puts on the fool's costume because he is being made a fool of. I don't know. Are you ready? There's no such turning back once we're inside. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. Good. You must do the talking. My Italian is not good, certainly not good enough to fool a local. And I have something for you, for when the talking fails. Famous happy ending Wicker Man. Well, half and half. I have no clue what you're talking about. The knife glistened with a sheen of cleaning grease. Its handle had a small hooked guard on one side, and the blade carried a serrated edge. A bayonet, a souvenir. Keep it close. Thank you, my friend. Let's go. The black shirts were conspicuous in their absence from this part of the city, or perhaps the local enforcers of Mussolini's law were more Venetian than fascist, and gave the foreboding building room to live its maligned life. Here we are. Here we are. Are you ready? Are you ready? I wasn't about to start talking to myself. Whoa. Yeah, see, there it is. That's the mask we chose. And did we really choose? That's the question, you know. I think it feels sublimated. Hey, Jack. That sounds like some interesting folk horror knowledge. If only there was a way to learn more about that. Jack, an excellent reminder that I am teaching a class on folk horror in cinema. Oh, I'm just realizing now I didn't tweet about this. Well, it's too late. It is happening in the future at some point. It's October 23rd, I believe. And it's with Newberry Library. Let's see. I can get my info about it. Did I have I have it circling. Yeah, it's Thursday, October 23rd, 5:30 p.m. Central Time. It's 1 2-hour lecture. You'll be given access to a bunch of movies to watch ahead of that. And then we're going to talk through them and talk about what defines folk horror, some things that fit in folk horror that don't seem like it based on that definition, and so forth. Did I make a thing for it? That would be smart. I didn't. I should. Anyway, you should check that out. It's with Newberry Library in Chicago. And I do believe there are still tickets, but I'm not certain how many. There's a limited number of tickets. And if you subscribe, and you're in the Discord or in my Patreon, you should have access to a discount code to give you a little bit of a discount. There was a Nightbot thing. It's a timed Nightbot thing, so I can't just summon it on demand. Jack, thank you for being a good wingman. And for reminding me that I should talk about that during this folk game. Will Rosa be safe while we look for Bella? She's with our neighbor. They have children of their own. But Rosa is Venetian, James. Even if our neighbors are like my father, they will still protect her. Do you know what we may face in there? It's entirely online. I don't know how much it is offhand. Let me just get a link.
me drop the link in here. Here we go. It's entirely virtual. Do you know what we may face in there? There will be revelry, drinking, but I've only ever been to the first room. There are corridors beyond where the others would go, where my father would go. People change in there, James. In what way? I've seen faces change, bodies stretched, strange wounds. I'm sorry you have been dragged into this. I walk in there willingly, Roberto. Be sure of that. What are you discussing? Be ready for anything, Weber. We're walking into the mouth of hell. Sweat drenched the doorman's brow, dripping from beneath his mask. It splashed into the street, more water for the drowning city. I kept my eyes firmly locked on the man, matching his leaden gaze. The man rubbed his wide tongue across his teeth. Don't just stand there, let us in. Oh, someone is eager. There's time enough, don't worry. The carnival is only just beginning. Looks like there are 11 openings still. Okay. I believe it started with 30? So there's still time to sign up, but time is ever dwindling. In you go. Now you, senor. I could feel the cold of the blade resting beneath the jester's costume. There are more fetching creatures than you in this place. We would rather their hands on us than yours. I know that the masks made everyone a king for a day, but don't test me. You will be searched or you don't come in. Very well. A blade? And what's this for, your highness? Oh. God, okay. Weird horniness. Bribery. Lying. Give it back if you know what's good for you. Or threats. Certain appetites. Perhaps some lira. Maybe cutting the meat? What do you think it's for? Cutting the meat, of course. As it should be. Perhaps I wouldn't need the bayonet, but it felt safer knowing it was there. Enjoy your time at the Melucina, senor. The beast will soon be rising, and you wouldn't want to miss it. Imagine sitting down at a table with a fork and a bayonet. The doorman's parting words swam in my head as I began to weave my way through a sea of tables and chairs, populated by a hedonistic mass of men and women in various stages of undress, all wearing carnival masks. Does anyone believe in this beast, or is it some kind of code? Beer, wine, and spirits were in free flow, and a thick haze of cigar smoke hung heavy around every light. It was certainly bawdy, but there was nothing too out of the ordinary when compared to the racier parts of Soho, perhaps apart from the sea of garish, vibrant masks. The hidden faces of the room's occupants gave their every action a new meaning, as there was no threat of consequence. They were acting out their deepest and darkest desires. Politician, police, and pauper, all embraced with a desire for sensation. As I looked around, I saw no signs of Arduino's recognizably plump form. Isabella would be harder to spot in such a crowd, so I concentrated on trying to single out these women wearing the distinctive purple that she had worn 2 nights ago, in case she was still wearing similar garments. I never realized just how much of the identity was carried in the face. Without it, it was like walking through a forest of simulacra. Only talk when necessary. You cannot give away that you are not Venetian. I understand. Let's go. Why? Why would she leave me? Ooh. There's nothing to be gained from climbing the statue, but it's free. It's a free day. I do what I want. No need to disturb their revelry. Yes. Oh my God, Jester. He's far too busy to talk to me. Revelers, dancers, diners. Who weeps? Excuse me. Their eyes were fixed on the dancing Jester. They couldn't hear me or were ignoring me. Oh, pixelated nudity. Lovers. Bathers. Dip a toe in. As inviting as the waters were, now was not the time to bathe. Who weeps? Who weeps amongst you? Excuse me, begone. Don't need to disturb their meal. woman in green. She swayed with her eyes closed. I had no need to disturb her. Okay. Somebody here weeps. Sob. Ah! Unmasked person. Senor? Huh? Where is your mask, buddy? My mask? Oh, I don't know. I must have dropped it somewhere. The man's eyes were wide, red-rimmed, and stained with tears, his face switching seamlessly between happiness and fleeting despair. Your eyes, senor. They're so red. Ah, that would be the opium, my friend. Well, there we go. Is that safe? Who knows? In truth, I couldn't care less. The man blinked slowly and briefly grinned before looking down at his feet. Carnival, huh? Yes, the colors, the shapes. Swayed on his feet and managed to right himself. It is beautiful. What does the carnival mean to you? It is a glimpse of the divine. One day we will all descend. Don't you mean ascend? Ah, a funny joke, senor. Hey, buddy. What's up? I miss her. Who? My love, my Maria. I lost her somewhere in the crowd. She's found a more handsome, richer man, no doubt. I'm sure that's not the case. What a fool I was to fall in love. Hey, take care of yourself. Why? Why would she leave me? I feel like maybe kind of a match set with the lady in green. Maria? Okay. Can I offer you some olive oil, ma'am? No, probably not. Okay. This place is making my head spin. Ah, the sights, the colors. We must find Bella and leave as quickly as we can. Ooh, a floating mask. I took the mask. Hey, you want a mask, man? There's no need to give him the mask for now. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, the mask is still wet. That's probably pretty nasty. Oh ho ho ho! Sweaty man. Excuse me. You look faint. Are you well? A good question, signore. The carnival has finally begun and I am certainly enjoying myself, but my body feels as if it's on fire. The heat is overwhelming. Perhaps it's the dancing. And the wine, darling. Yes, of course, the wine. What's that necklace? Huh? Is it your first carnival? Pardon me. Yes, I'm a young man, but eager to see more. Even so, surely you recognize the mark. Of course. I mean, what is the meaning of it? It was a gamble, but the man looks barely conscious, so I doubt he was going to see through my subterfuge. It is the mark of the beast, of course. The same mark that sits over the door, the same mark that... Well, don't tease the young man. It's important. That's all you need to know. It will help you go below. Below? What is down there? Ah, you'll see when you're ready. Your parents will give you the mark when the time is right. I see. Thank you. I knew a little more, but still not enough. Hey, why don't you hit the pool, bub? Now that, curious stranger, is a simply fantastic idea. Definitely. Come, my dear, let's shed our clothes. Fantastic. Part of me thought maybe they were going to pixelatedly shed it right there at that moment. Should have been funny. Hey, cactus. No, they clearly wanted some privacy. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, boy. Muffled words. It sounded as though the words were being chanted in the room next door. Perhaps there was a way of making them out. I know what to do. I'll hold the olive oil next to the wall. It was far too big to take. And it was also pretty freaky. Too large to carry, and I had no need of it. Ooh! Paint was firmly closed. I need a tool of some sort. Far more important things to do than sleep. The wall was too thick to be able to eavesdrop with just my hand. I needed something else. I don't think these coffee beans are going to help me hear any better. Clearly I need a glass of some kind. Okay. What are you doing? Don't go anywhere. All right. Part of me was like, it feels like we're close. I thought going into this that we were going to be close to the end, but now that I know we're going to have to find something to pry open a paint can lid and also a cup to listen to the next door, I'm going to make the wiser choice and conclude the stream, and we'll be back Tuesday evening for the rest of this game. Yeah, I know we're in the fun orgy part of the game and everybody wants to hang out here forever. But this is the responsible choice. You're close to the end, about an hour at most. Okay, that means about 2 hours of a stream, because that's how the stream time goes. Yeah, so we'll finish this up Tuesday evening. And that's it. I don't think I have any other announcements to make. Right? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, we'll be back Tuesday evening for the rest of this game. Thank you for joining us, Beyond. We're all enjoying the game an awful lot, so thank you for making it. And I'll see you all Tuesday. Have a good rest of your weekend. Bye!